So I think maybe we should just like wait for the first five people, then we can start.
So I didn't know I was muted. Yes, yes. Good afternoon, Miss or Mrs. Sorry, Rayo.
We, we, we
Yes. So we
okay.
are going to wait till like maybe 6:05 or 6:10. If like five or more people join, we'll start. Hey, my laptop they misbehaved. Okay.
Please, can someone help share the Google Meet link on the group? Some people are saying they couldn't join.
Okay, so we'll start by 6:10. Let's give some more minutes for people that are still joining.
Good evening, everyone. So if you know anybody that needs to be on this call, do well to share the link with them. We have two hosts here with us, and it will be good to have other people join us and learn from them. On one side, we have Omoriri, who is a graduate of computer science and is an AI enthusiast. So he has a background yeah, in these issues, building apps, using apps to deliver results, and all whatnot. And that's why we made it a point of duty to invite those amongst us who are qualified to speak on this issue to this meeting. On the other hand, we have Oluwapolumi Sunday, who is also a software guy and an AI engineer, to share his own experience on this issue with us. It's no brainer that AI is automating a lot of things, and it's also making a lot of things easier, as much as also complicating a lot of things. So it's my pleasure today to welcome everyone who is listening now and will be listening in the future to be able to partake in this session. Thank you very much, and do have a great time.
Yes, okay. Good evening, everyone. Once again, thank you very much to Mr. Funcho for the kind introduction. Okay, so I am Omorere Ito, software engineering graduate, as Mr. Funcho has already said. And well, let's just get straight to the discussion for today. So, as members of Rainy Day, or at least I know majority of people on this call are members of Rainy Day. Your main goal is to create wealth and to preserve that wealth. But you cannot preserve wealth in 2026 if your business, or broadly speaking, your processes are leaking money or leaking time, and they're therefore leaking money. What do I mean? In 2026, due to the huge boom of AI AI and other technology that has really exploded over the past 5 years-ish, there are a lot of tools that people use, and because of that, they are far more productive than others. And if you are not learning those tools at this time in 2026, you are really just losing out on a lot. First of all, you are wasting a lot of time, because tasks that would take you 3 to 4 days now, with the help of AI, you can finish in 3 to 4 hours. And then, I will show you a few demos of such tools that you can use to drastically improve your productivity in this session. And I also have, okay, we also have Mr. Oluwapelumi Sunday, who will be helping us in this session. I will be taking us through tools that you can use for content and marketing, and then tools that you can use for learning and research. After which, Mr. Oluwapelumi will take us through tools for productivity and operations, that's ops. And then we'll move on to the Q&A session proper. So let's get right into it. First, I'm going to be talking about AI tools that you can use for content and marketing. Now, say you are a business owner. I'm going to use the food business as a case study almost throughout my session. So say you run a food business, say a restaurant or a cuisine, and you want to create content, you want to make designs, you want to push content out on social media to improve your reach, improve your customer base, and all that. Now, say you wanted to create a design. Normally, you would spend nothing less than 10K on a simple flyer. That's if you were employing a designer to design for you. But with this tool I'm about to show you, you can create designs on your own, which saves costs, saves time, saves energy, both on your end and on the designer's end. So first, I'm going to show you Google's Flow. I will share my screen now. Okay. Please confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So, yes, so I said again, the case study is a Nigerian restaurant. So I have a restaurant. I want to make a flyer and push it out for social media, or perhaps you even want to make a banner and print it, put it in the front of the restaurant or in any other strategic location, to attract what's it called attention, yeah, of potential customers. You can easily generate a flyer without any training on, say, graphics design using this tool. I will share the link now if anyone wants to try it out on their own. Where's the chat? Okay, so I just sent the link in the chat box.
If you know anybody that needs this, please, this is the time to reach out to them and share this link with them. This is as you can see, we're already getting into the meat of the matter. It's just a Google link. Send it to them, let them join and learn.
Yes. So now I am going to, or in fact, let me ask first, because I think this is important. How many of us have interacted with any AI tool? Or how many of us haven't? Because I know majority of us should have. You should have used, or might have used ChatGPT for simple tasks. Say you just wanted to find out something and Google wasn't giving you what you wanted. You've used ChatGPT for that. Can you just perhaps indicate with an emoji, like the thumbs up emoji, or anyone, if you have interacted with any AI tool before? Okay, okay, Mr. Crenshaw. Okay, 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 thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, guys. So that means we already know how this works. So basically, sorry about that. Basically, you prompt the tool, and prompt sounds like a big word, but basically just tell the tool what you want it to do. Just input what you want it to do, and it shall do it for you. So in this case, the prompt I used was a flyer for a Nigerian, I didn't even type it, for a Nigerian restaurant named Aldener Catering, blah, blah, blah. The logo attached is on the top left corner, in the top left corner of the flyer. So I did this before the class because I didn't want to it to take time generating. But I will show you the prompt again. Yep, here it is. So if you can see this, I attached this image of I just did a Google search for a logo for a restaurant, and then I came here, I inserted the logo here. And if you want to do that on your own, all you have to do is click this plus button, then click upload. Once you click upload, you can then select any whatever you want to upload, and yep, it comes up there. So that's basically what I did. Uploaded the logo because I want the logo to be on the flyer. And then I typed in this very simple prompt. Just give me a flyer for a Nigerian restaurant. This is the name of the restaurant. And then I inputted it and let the AI cook. And this is what it produced for me. And you can tell that, or I should say, you might not have been able to tell that this was AI if you weren't seeing it now. If you went to, say, a restaurant and you saw this in front of the restaurant, like as a billboard in front of the restaurant, you would not have been able to guess that this is AI. So, point is, this tool saves a lot of costs. The 10,000 to 20,000 that you'd have given a designer to do this is saved, and then time as well. Now, this tool can also be used to generate videos. And I have, again, already made a sample here. So this time, I used a more complex or a more detailed prompt. So what I inputted into the system was more detailed. I told it create a cinematic time-lapse video, yada, 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 all this. And the reason I try to be as detailed as possible is, you know, it is AI. As much as it helps, it is not human. So for it to be as accurate as possible, you have to be precise with what you want it to do. So your prompt or the input has to be as precise as possible, hence the more descriptive prompts that I used here. And I don't know if you can see the video. Something like that. Okay, I think perhaps I'll just send the video after because it seems to be okay. Yeah, you can see. So that's the video that was generated, a pot of jollof rice being made from scratch. And that was done in less than 5 minutes with the use of AI. Now, the next tool I want to discuss is one a lot of us are already familiar with. That's Google's Gemini. Okay. Trying to share my screen. Okay. So, yes, when I started, I said AI or AI and technology can save you a lot of time, money, and resources. Now, this is one of my favorite ways to do this. So, I know, like, a lot of us have already said we've used ChatGPT before. Gemini, Google Gemini is basically Google's version of ChatGPT. It's also a chat bot that you can ask simple questions, you can prompt the same way you use ChatGPT. But in this, right now, I want to show you how you can use it as a marketing assistant or a research assistant. Now I'm sticking with the restaurant case study, the case study of a Nigerian restaurant. Now, say you run a catering business in Nigeria. Or okay, in this particular example, I'm using that of a retailer, a clothes retailer that sells clothing. So say you sell clothes, you held Christmas sales, holiday sales, New Year sales, but for some reason, the economy in Nigeria, business was slow. You still have some items in stock that are yet to be cleared. Now, I gave AI a very simple prompt for this. I sell children's clothes in Surulere. My target audience is working moms. And okay, write a 1-week marketing plan for WhatsApp and Instagram to clear my Christmas stock. That is a very short prompt. Now, what Gemini is going to do, the interesting thing about Gemini is it will not just answer you the same way ChatGPT would have answered you. I selected a tool called Deep Research. Now, what Deep Research does, it scours through the internet, goes for recent articles or books or publications on your topic, on what you plan to research on. And then it first generates a research plan, which is what it did here. I hope my screen is visible. Okay, yes, it is. Oh, so this children's stock clearance marketing plan, that was Gemini showing me the research plan. You can go through the research plan and you can see it is not just giving you generic information. It is doing tailored market research for you. So first thing it did here, research successful post-Christmas and January clearance sales strategies. That is what has worked for other children's retail businesses in Nigeria, focusing on bundle deal and price slashing techniques. It also analyzed spending habits and pain points, investigated Instagram trends, explored WhatsApp marketing best practices. So basically, it does an in-depth research on what you have asked it to do. And so it's currently taking a bit of time. This thing usually takes like 5 to 10 minutes. So I'll come back to it by the end of my session. It should be done by then. And then we'll see the results. But what we will get is a full document, a full, how do I put it? Yeah, a full document detailing the marketing plan to sell your children's clothes within a week. So basically, AI here is acting as your research assistant. Now, another of my favorite tools is Notebook LM, which is where I have switched to right now. So a lot of us have to do a lot of reading at our work. You have to read contracts, you have to read government policies, you have to read reports, and sometimes it could feel overwhelming. You might not have the time to go through everything in depth as much as you would like to. And then some people are even students, like one of us just graduated from graduated is the wrong word, convocated here from a master's today. Congratulations to you if you are here. So for those of us that are studying, this is a tool that will also help you like immensely. Notebook LM is basically your study guide, your AI study guide. And I'm going to show you why I love it so much. So first off, you can add as many documents as you want to Notebook LM, and then it aggregates all the sources, takes information from all the documents you've sent, and then it can answer questions based on that. It can create flashcards to help you study. It can even create an AI podcast. That is an actual podcast. And the funniest thing is this tool is free. It's completely free of charge. You do not have to pay a dime for it. In fact, all the tools I've mentioned so far are completely free of charge. So if you are not using them, you really should start after this session. Okay, so
Sorry to
again, I was
interrupt.
saying you can add as
Can you hear
many
me?
books as you want, as many sources as you want.
Can you, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Please, we have some people on the queue to come in. Just can you just check them
Okay.
so you can take them? Yeah. You may want to anyway. Just checking. Don't let me interrupt your flow.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, they should be able to join now. Yeah. Okay, they should be able to join now. So,
All right.
yes, thank you very much. So, back to Notebook LM. So, yes, what was I? I am sticking to the, going back to the restaurant case study in Nigeria. So, say you want to learn more about food regulations. You're a restaurant owner, you want to learn more about food regulations to avoid getting into issues like later with regulation wise. So what I did here, I have already found some sources, some PDFs and documents on NAFDAC guidelines and so on and so forth in Nigeria. Now, say you are starting from scratch and you don't know what to do. You don't know, like you don't have any sources already. Notebook LM helps you with this web search right here. So I could search the web and say, give me find documents by regulatory bodies in Nigeria on food and say perishable goods. And then, so what this does is Notebook LM will then search the internet and find documents that would help in your research. And yep, it has already brought up a few for us. You can check. This is one from NAFDAC food regulations. This is one global safety, so food safety in Nigeria policy brief. You can see Nigeria cold chain, Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition, etc., etc. So, and this is something that would take you probably up to an hour or 2 hours if you were just Googling on your own and searching for these documents. And Notebook LM does this for you in this has been less than 15 seconds. So you can import them. They will be added to your sources here. And then based on all these sources, you can then ask questions. Yeah. So for example, what are the primary regulatory requirements for registering a product in NAFDAC? I'll ask this. And then it will go through all the documents and give you the suitable answer. And then you can also, there are several other tools that you can use. You can generate an AI mind map. You can generate flashcards if you are studying, if you need to memorize information, you know how useful flashcards can be. AI can generate flashcards for you. You can generate infographics as well on charts. Yeah, charts and slides to help you retain the information better. So that's it with Notebook LM. Okay. So this is the mind map it's created. Can we? Okay, we can see it. This is the mind map it created. Food safety and export regulations in Nigeria. Then under this, regulatory authorities and so on, you can go to each, check each regulatory body, what NAFDAC says on food hygiene and safety. You can specifically go there and it does this for you. Discuss what the sources say about food hygiene and safety in the larger context of NAFDAC. So it is genuinely a game changer for those that have to study a lot of documents but do not have the time to study them in depth. So and yes, my favorite part is finally done, the audio overview. So
this is the brief on NAFDAC product registration regulations. So if you're thinking about selling, anything from bottled water to medicine in Nigeria, you've got to get approval from NAFDAC. It's a crucial safety net put in place to stop disasters like the terrible contaminated syrup tragedy back in 1990. All right, let's break down 3 key findings you absolutely need to know. First up, the cost.
Okay.
Fees change depending on your product. Around 50,000 naira for food and water, jumping to 70,000 for pharmaceuticals. And if you're a smaller business with, say, 10 to 49 staff, don't even think about processing high-risk items like meat or dairy. That's a total no-go. Second, get ready to wait. This is not an overnight thing. You're looking at 90 working days for food, and for drugs, it could be up to a whopping 240 days. You'll start with a digital application, but that's just the beginning. After that comes intense facility inspections and lab testing.
Okay.
And finally,
so let me stop there with time. But yeah, you've seen we've created an entire podcast on NAFDAC food regulations within less than 10 minutes. So yeah, that's basically the gospel of Notebook LM, which I have come to preach to you. And this podcast is something you could listen to. You could listen to while driving to the island. You could upload a 50-page document that you do not have time to go through. Use the audio feature, and it summarizes that for you into a podcast that you can listen to while you're at the gym or while you're in traffic. So that's just the beauty of Notebook LM, and that's why it's really one of my favorite tools, and one that I believe each and every one of us should learn in 2026 to boost our productivity. So thank you so far. I will be handing over to Mr. Oluwapelumi Sunday. He will be taking us on some productivity tools, or a productivity tool, which I also like. So let me stop sharing my screen and you can take over, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
And questions, yeah, sorry,
Okay.
if there are any questions, they can be asked during the Q&A session. So yeah, Mr. Panimi, you can go on, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So, just like Maria said earlier about, I have talked about different AI tools and ways in which you can use them. One of my favorites is Notebook LM because it allows me to create a mind map and gather a lot of information all in one spot without me having to go do the research myself. So I'd like to talk on AI tools for productivity. So one of the let's say selling point for AI is boosting productivity, boosting saving us time, saving us resources and money and all of that. And one of the or I would say that's one of the major reasons why businesses want to key into AI, just to reduce the cost of doing a lot of things, including time and also creating a system for themselves. So I will be looking at some AI tools, or our case study will be on Notion, where we have different. Notion itself is not an AI tool, but it's embedding AI into a system, to organize, to let us organize the work, reduce time, and all of that. So it's just like Notebook LM, but let's say a more advanced version of a notebook system, whereby you can come there and you just pour out your mind and organize them together. Create a database out of just out of prompts and all of that. I'll be giving us a demo about what Notebook LM looks like and what Notion looks like. So before we start, I would like to just give us the why and the reason why we would want to look at Notion as a productivity tool. So let's say, for example, I'm a restaurant owner, or let's say I own a restaurant business. Say, I think we have Rayos Kitchen or something like that. So let's say we are Rayos Kitchen or Rayos Edibles, and we are a growing restaurant in Lagos, and we have a lot of pain points because when it starts to grow, you begin to, menu changes. You have to, when you change your menu, you have to print out, a lot of what they call it. These are menu cards for people to use and also for workers to be aware of what's updated. Like, how will I put it? So let's say, for example, this particular food is not available right now, and customers just coming to request for it. The with Notion, you can also have an organized way of updating it live, so that they can have real-time updates of what's going on in the restaurant. Then suppliers calling for random orders, and everywhere is just disorganized. No system to track which dishes are profitable and which are not. So you can always track your finances, staff schedules created on paper and all of that. So also sometimes you also want to track your customer feedbacks, and imagine having those feedbacks on WhatsApp and then lost in the chats, after like a lot of messages, you lose those customer feedback. You don't know which and where to work on, depending on the feedback of the customer. Then also inconsistent recipes, whereby you employ a new chef and it just goes on and change, the way a particular food is being prepared and all of that. So we also have so many ways that we can track, like let's say our inventory, for example. We can use it to track our inventory and not be
Yes,
okay.
Ah,
Hello.
I am
Please,
not
can you
getting my
mute
content.
your?
Not this was, yeah.
Is she asking a question? Okay. So with Notion, you can really organize these things. Let's say, for example, I'm going to share my screen so I can just give you a visual understanding of what I'm talking about here. So, okay. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yeah,
Hello?
but it's
Okay.
still loading, but it's coming up.
Okay. Okay.
It's,
How about now?
yes, you can see
Thank
your
you.
screen.
So with Notion, you can, this is just like a notepad, a simple notepad that you have on your phone and all of that. But you can do more. So let's say, for example, you can quickly create a board where you can assign tasks to other members of the team and all of that. By just so I'm just going to enter the criteria. So I'm just going to say list, and then I'm just going to with this. So Notion is made up of blocks which you can drag and move and over. It's just like a big canvas which you can do anything on it. From here you can come here and include a lot of things like a database, a table, a meeting, AI meeting notes and all of that. So yeah, I'm just going to type in a board and you see, for example, this is fine. Okay. So here you can see, simple tasks where you can create new page and you can assign it to a particular member of the team. And you can just like a project management system where you have a project and you create a page. A page is just a simple note where you create where you write things that you want to work on or things that you just want to store. And so, for example, in this type of board, you probably want to create a task on a page and then assign it. So I can come here and open it in the site and create a page and say, okay, post the content, or let me say post a promotional. Okay, so here I'm doing this is the status, and then I can come here and assign, and then I can assign to a member of my team. If you have other members that you can add, you can just come here and select, as you can see, select as many as you like. So you can select the member and assign that task, and they will be notified. So Notion is not only on your desktop, you can use it as an app on your phone. Then you can also use it as a desktop application. And the desktop application, there's no difference between the desktop and this web platform. It shows that you have the OS level notification and a lot of other things that you can enjoy. So here you can add a comment, and also here you can write sample notes. Here is also a page where you can also create a board inside the board, and just hierarchy like that. You can just keep on going and assigning tasks to other people. Maybe this is an epic or a main task, and then you can assign subtasks to other people. You can break it down into smaller tasks and all of that. So I'm just going to close it. So this is the board. You can also do the same in progress, done. You can move tasks to done, and then another. So back to our Rails kitchen. Not only that, before I go, you can also create a database by typing database after your backslash, and then you can create a database on a new page, or you can come back and create a database inline. So the database inline will be a database inside this direct page. You can also create table view, a board view, gallery view. You can embed images. You can use this to create like a web page and every other thing. And in fact, when you create a web page, you can also share the link to people, and then it will look like a sample web page where people can visit also. So Notion is a very, very powerful tool that we can use to boost productivity. So back to our kitchen. Let's say we have various kitchen, and then we look at this pain point that we have menu management to update the menu on the fly, and every team member has its real-time updates about what's going on. And then you can track our inventory, you can your supplier database and enter details about them. So anybody coming in or anybody taking over this, maybe when you are not around, can be able to like see what's going on and then be able to contact who they are supposed to contact. Then you have the recipe library where you can put in the recipe for each dishes that are being prepared in the restaurant. And then the customer feedback, you can enter them here. I just created this for just to give us a visual map. So here what I did is I created a database. So I'm coming, let me do that all over again. So you see what I'm doing. So yeah, enter the title, various kitchen or various edibles. And then I want to enter the database to like just give us a visual map of everything I want to organize or everything I want to work on, like creating a system. So I'm just going to create a database inline. And then from here, I start entering those things. So every of this thing I enter on the database is a new page. You can see is a new page. So that's the difference between a database and a table on Notion. So you have everything you put on the database maps to a page, right? So let me go back to this page and then I come to this menu management. So I open the page. I think I also added some things. Okay. So I'm going to just expand it. And then from here, you can see I created a table here already. So the table has a dish name, the category where it is, the price, the preparation time, and status, customer rating, and all of that. So you can just come here and enter your dish name. Let's see Amala, for example, and you can enter the category where it is. You can come here and create, what category should I put it? So you can just create it on the fly and create a category. And then when you want to create a new page next time, you can always be able to select from each category that you've created your customized category. So you can come here and enter details. You can also make them be a page where you can enter their recipe, just like organize everything or map everything together. Then you can come here as an inventory system. You can come here the same thing, put an inline database or a page, right? But I think an inline database we want to work best for us here. So, and then I can come here and do the same thing and organize everything that has to do with and the sweet thing about this is that you can always share this, let's say this link, is a way to always share it to people and then they can view it live. So once you share it and maybe you give access to anybody who has a link, so anybody who opens that link will always see what is there updated. If I update it now, the link is updated and people can see it on the fly. It's just like a mini web page. So you can create your supplier database. You can, just about do anything. Let me go back here and just create I'm going to do this. So you can come here, you can drag and drop from anywhere, any place. So, okay. Yeah. So, okay. So you can also like import, let's say you want to work with a document, you're not a teacher, you want to work with document, someone that uses just like notebook LM, you can also come here and you can come to this place instead, or you can go through the Notion AI and just like ask Notion to, let's say, let's say import a notebook. Let me just import a sample PDF. Okay. Okay. Just going to do this. So this is an AI tool, and the interesting part about this is that you can from here import the whatever you generate here. You can import it back to your page, vice versa. So you can always work with the Notion AI, and you can work on different. Okay. So I'm just going to allow it complete, and then I can click this and send it to a private page, and then from here I can make edits. I can come here, I can make edits, and I can work with it or just import it to any of my page. So going to come here, and I'm going to move. Okay, I'm going to move to either Rio's Kitchen or any other page that I want to move it to. So with this, it's very easy to like, boost your productivity with AI, whereby you can just have AI do things for you, carry out tasks, recipes, generate messages, content and all of that, and then we just import it directly to your page, and or even maybe create a database and all of that. So apart from this, if you are also tech savvy like me, this all of this interface also exposed via an API, whereby you can communicate with it and create things directly from your application, directly from your database, directly from anywhere you are coming from. You can import an Excel file, you can import just about anything and work with it directly from it. You can even have AI write directly to your Notion. So I think I have some of it here. Like this, a competitive intelligence report whereby AI goes to carry out competitive research on your competitors, and then
Can you please speak up a bit? Your voice seems to be drowning in the microphone.
oh, okay, sorry. How about now? Can you hear me?
Not much better. I don't know why it's like that.
How about now?
Can everybody hear him now? I think maybe I'm the only one, but it seems like he's talking in bedroom voice.
Let me take out the phone. How about now?
Okay, try again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I think it's better now.
Okay. So, so you can also have like if you maybe you have this need to gather intelligence reports or all of those things, you can just like just the way I did here, you can like just use AI to carry out research on your competitors and then create a report, create a database on them here, and just have it run maybe weekly, and then you see what they are doing, what they are post online, their collaborations, the latest updates that they have, and all of that. So those are what you can do. So I'm just going to go back to my workspace. Okay. So that's basically what you can do in Nation. You can let me try to create a page. So I'm just going to create and then here you can add the cover photo, right? And then you can also add an icon. Maybe you want to talk about something. I'm just going to say in the book. Okay. Right. And then you can come here and just keep on typing. Or you can come here and then generate blocks like heading, bulleted list, to-dos, things that you want to do. Okay. Um, okay. And then you can just, about do anything that you want to do on Notion. So Notion is like one big giant notebook where you can create a mind map, organize, and create a system for even your business, even if for your personal business, to manage your clients, to do about just anything. So I think that's basically it for it. Okay. Also, I think I didn't mention much about before I go, I'm going to talk a bit about the Notion database and what you can do with it. So yeah, I've talked about the database. Let me add properties so you can see. So from here, you can create a property where you can add person, you can add files, you can import, or you can upload images if you want. You can add email, you can add just about anything that you want to add, even custom files. So just going to put a date, and then this will automatically open a date picker for me to include dates on the Notion database. So not just the database. I don't think. Let me try to see if I've also checked the other building blocks that we have. So we have the board view, we have the divider, the link to a page where you can embed another page directly here, and then you can also use AI to ask a question about a particular page. So you can also just about do anything with AI here, and it's going to respond. I'm going to give you feedback. So Okay, so this is it. This is basically this and much more that we can do with Notion. A lot more. When you really want to like do this, you are going to see a lot of tutorials online, tutorials on YouTube and all of that, where you can learn much about Notion. Also, I've also mentioned earlier that you can also embed it directly into your applications. Maybe you have a website, you have a database, you have a system. You can also like work with APIs and then embed it directly with your database. And then you have view of live data from here also. So thank you. I'm going to also hand over to Mary to continue with us. And I hope that okay, I think questions can come during the QA session. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Belumi. So we are actually done with the session. So
Okay.
yes,
So
first let's all appreciate Mr. Belumi for his wonderful session. You can send emojis to appreciate him. Thank you for that. And you can appreciate me too, even though well, I trust the session was very very insightful. At least you would have learned one or two things. And if there's anything you are still not clear on, thank you, Babs. Thank you, Abiodun, Victoria. Thank you, everyone, for appreciating us. Okay, so if there's anything you're still not clear on, now is the time to ask questions. So originally, this is actually a Q&A session, not just a webinar. So it's not meant to be a one-way thing. So you are, this is the time for you to share questions, or say you want to know how this can work in your particular case. You want to know what tools you can use in your particular, say in your career or in your business. You can feel free to unmute yourself and ask now. Or if you have any comments, you have another tool that I am not aware of because nobody knows anything. I'm nothing but a pencil in the hands of the creator. So if you have any tool that you also want to suggest that others should learn, you can, this is the time for you to share with us. So feel free to unmute. Feel free to unmute or type in the chat box if you do not want to. Sorry about that. Okay, we have a question in the chat. The first one mentioned was notebook. Yes, 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 sir. The first two, actually, perhaps you joined late. I had already spoken about some image and video generation tools. That's Flow, which is the link I sent here. I don't know if you can see it. I'll send it again if you can't. So that is the first tool I spoke about. It's for image and video generation. Then I moved on to Notebook LM. Yes, that's what we spoke about next. Let me send the link as well. Okay, so yes, any other questions? Please ask questions, or please. That's what we're here for. We just want to spend a few minutes of that, and then we'll close the session. So please feel free.
Okay. We don't have questions. I'm going to ask questions myself. Okay.
I was about to say the same thing. Now, we should start asking questions. Okay. Okay, so please, does this does no one have a question?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so it seems none of us have questions. In that case, Mr. Pelumi, any closing remarks? Let's end the session now.
Okay. Um, so I would just want to add to what we've learned so far. So this is not just the end of where we are, or this is not just the end of AI tools. They are different that you can learn. You can go to make.com, you can go to anything.com. Make is actually easier for business owners, where you can literally implement your own workflow, your business workflow, what you do in your everyday life. You can actually orchestrate it in that, with visual diagrams, and join it. Maybe a new client sends you an email, create a Notion page or something like that, where you can always view and manage and organize those things. Or whether you want to send out emails to people and all of that. So you can actually like create those workflows on Make and have it being automated for you on the fly. So once things comes in, you have to start looking for everything, or start trying to work on each and every other task by yourself. You can actually do repetitive tasks that are not always changing, things that are always like the same workflow. You can actually orchestrate it on Make. You can always like learn. I think that's the core. You can always like learn one or two AI tools maybe once a week, or because yes, make.com, you can always like improve and learn one or two AI tools to boost your business, to boost your productivity, to automate boring tasks and all of those. So for me myself, I um, I created an anything workflow whereby it's just an AI LLM, or let me say an AI connected to Todoist. I don't know if you know Todoist, like a task management system where you enter tasks of what you want to do, and then just from the AI, just chatting with it and asking it to create a task for you, and then it creates it directly on Todoist, and whereby I have reminders and all of that. So you can always automate tasks. You can always learn about this. They are not hard at all. Make.com is there. It's very, very easy for business owners. I think anything is the more technical one for people. So, budgeting apps, you can always like a lot of other things that once you go out there, use. And I also want to correct the notion of people saying AI will replace jobs. AI is not going to replace jobs. AI will only replace people that are not using AI. So, or let me say, AI will help people that are using AI to replace people that are not using AI. So, boost your productivity, boost your workflow. Is not expensive. In fact, using AI is less expensive than not using AI at the end of the day. Just like Omori said earlier, creating graphic designs and documents, paying people to do it for you will cost more than actually using AI to do, which you can also customize and give it feedback and also enhance whatever graphic you want to create. So I'm just going to stop there for now. And well, we've covered a lot today, from Notion to Notebook LM, some digital tools that we can use to boost productivity. But I just want us to remember that tools don't create productivity, the systems that do, right? So we should choose tools that actually aligns with our workflow. We choose not us trying to align our workflow with the tool. We should always try to look for the best tool for us. If you go out there, you will see tools that align with you. And another thing I want to say is we should start small. Not everything. No, we cannot just try to do the best. Learning the best tools or everything. We can actually start small, and then we can start gradually on using this tools. Some are better than the others, but some are easier to use than the others. And also, I want to say AI is not an optional stuff anymore. It's not optional. It's if you are not using it, you are behind. So try to incorporate it, try to include it, try to embed it into your workflow, and you will get 10x results. The best investment is learning. When you learn about these things, you'll get it stays with you forever, and then you can also improve from there. So thank you. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, yes, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for those of you that stayed with this part of the session. And yeah, do have a lovely night. Thank you. God bless you. Bye bye.